So welcome back to Sal Maglie Stadium for Game 2 of a 7-inning twin bill here between the Niagara Falls Americans and the Elmira Pioneers. I'm Tom Rook alongside Ethan Duncan, and we've got Game 2 ready to get underway here from Sal Maglie Stadium. It's the Americans, it's the Pioneers, and it's time for baseball. Game number 2, a 7-inning game between the Pios and the Americans. There's ball number 1 from Mitchell Canuel, the starting pitcher in game number 2 here for the Americans. Americans dropped game number 1 to the Pios 13-0 after a complete game shutout on the mound from Luke Richards. That one cut on and missed for strike 1. Canuel evens it up 1-1. Here's the 1-1, misses outside to Caleb Delaney, who batted 10th in Game 1. Now will take over in center field and bat leadoff for the Pioneers. That one's in there for strike 2. Canuel, a guy that's done a whole lot this season for the Americans, actually started in Game 1 at second base. Went over, but now finds himself on the mound here in a 2-2 count against Delaney. Here's the pitch from Canuel, misses down and in. Now 3-2. Delaney doing a good job working the count full here to lead off the game. Pitch chopped back up the middle. Long run for Glasscock, and he can't get there. It's a leadoff single for Caleb Delaney here in the top half of the first.
Now batting the extra hitter from Liberty, Pennsylvania, number 5, Alex Davis.
So here's Alex Davis stepping in as the extra hitter here for the Pios. Played in Game 1, batted 4th, now slides up into the 2-hole. First pitch from Canuel just misses low for ball number 1. Game 1 saw Adam Weiss starting on the mound, and now he's at first base. A completely new look in the defense of alignment, though, for the Americans, as just Jackson Bauer returns from Game 1. That one skied into right field. Dom Zangardi out there. He's under it, and he makes the first out of the first inning on a fly out to right. Good to see Zangardi back out there after Ryotaro Munakata
Portsmouth, Rhode Island, number 23, Nick Spanner.
was in there earlier. So here's Nick Spanner, the 3-hitter this afternoon. Batting .400 on the year. Just played 3 games. First pitch from Canuel. Skied out to right once again. Zangardi, a long run towards the foul line, and he can't get there. Good hustle from the NU freshman, but can't make the play.
We've seen that a couple times in this game. It's long foul balls. Saw that one earlier for Tidwell in that first game of the doubleheader. Long run off the glove. Same thing there. Weiss always feels like he has a long way to track down some balls, but count now 0-1 on the foul ball.
Spanner doing the catching here in game number 2. Very common to see teams swap catchers in a doubleheader with a lot on the knees. Ryan Jones not playing in game 2. Pitch, that hits him. Canuel drills Nick Spanner. And that was the story of game 1 for a couple different Americans pitchers, hitting a lot of different Pioneers. And there's another one here on the top of the first.
Canuel not known to hit batters either, only his 3rd.
So 8 hit by pitches in game 1, now 1 already today. That's 9 in 2 games.
First and second now for Brandon Dobek. A hit by pitch on Nick Spanner.
Inside.
See Canuel try and pitch inside. Really the beginning of this first game, a couple of hit by pitches, had the bases loaded, and then scored on that Cabinelli single for a couple quick outs here from Canuel. Some pick off the second. Close play. Might have had a chance to get him out at second. Ball dropped by Glasscock. Talked about Canuel's quick flip over to second on a pickoff. Probably one of the fastest pickoffs we've seen on this team. I think Glasscock was expecting it. Count stays 1-0.
Yeah, one of the harder plays to make in all of baseball. A tag spontaneously off a pickoff.
past the glove of Canyon. Might be a double play ball. Flip to one on the second. Ball gets away. Weiss going to try and track it down. 1 run will score. He's headed into second. Go out of play. 1 run comes in. See where they move the runners.
Yeah, so a run scores on the fielder's choice. The Americans do get an out as well, but an errant throw from Glasscock. Could have been a 4.63. Good flip from Gladfelter on target. Just couldn't complete the 4.63.
Thought they were going to get it there, but big error from Glasscock. Now 11 straight games with an error, Tom. Big one there. So that one gets away.
So going to be called an E6 on the throw, I believe. After Glasscock airmails Weiss. Pitch fouled straight back. It'll be a 2-1 now from Canuel, working in his first inning of work, starting. It'll be a 2-1 from Canuel. Pitch, outside corner. He gets the call. A nice spot by Mitch Canuel on the corner. Now 2-2.
Canuel looking to get a strikeout here after that error and just make it a 1-0 game after the 3 runs in the first. Game of this doubleheader to the 2-2. Spits outside with the breaking ball. Count moves full. So a couple of walks that first inning for game 1 of the doubleheader. After 2 innings, they were up by 5. Just trying to leave it a 1-run game. Full count pitch. Caught him looking. Gingrich just saw it all the way down, able to clip the outside corner. Big strikeout from Canuel. 1-0 game here. I'd be pretty happy with Mitchell Canuel right now.
Yeah, he gets through the top of the first, just giving up 1 run, but still, I mean, you look at the inning as a whole, all kind of surrounded by that 4.63, what could have been an inning-ending double play, turned into an E6, and then ultimately a run scores. So now the Pioneers lead 1-0.
Have Gladfelter, Bauer, and Harris up. Head to the bottom of the first after this.
The Niagara Falls Americans thank Casella Waste Systems for their continued support. Casella offers sustainable waste management and garbage pickup right here in Niagara Falls. As an environmental service provider, Casella manages and transforms society's waste into new resources. Call 716-637-4843 to get a price quote on garbage pickup. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards for their support all season long. On the south end of gorgeous Keuka Lake, you can taste over 40 wines and enjoy food at a family-friendly winery open 7 days a week. Visit bullyhillvineyards.com to learn more about what they have to offer.
Head to the lineups right now for the Americans. Pretty different lineup for the Americans compared to game 1, but had some returners. Justin Gladfelter back after a 2-game absence, leading off. Bauer back in center field, as he did in game 1 of the doubleheader. In center field, David Harris back in the lineup in left field. Zangardi back in right. Colin Price, after pitching yesterday, DHing 4. Brings up Mikulski playing his second straight day. Third base passed. Back at catching, Glasscock, who had that error earlier in this game. Back at shortstop, Weiss staying at first base, really irreplaceable for this Americans team. And then Christopher Snooze, first time we've seen this, a 2-catcher lineup, Tom, opting to go Snooze, the extra hitter. Of course, Mitchell Canuel on the bump here.
Yeah, going with that 2-catcher mix with Snooze batting in the 10 spot and passed behind the plate, but Snooze as the extra hitter.
Congratulations to our neighbors to the north. Leading off for for the Americans, all the way from Sunnyvale, California, is number 27, Justin Gladfelter.
Justin Gladfelter up to bat. Couple games off to a Jamestown loss, game 1 of the doubleheader, but primarily stayed at the leadoff spot for this Americans team, whether usually second base, couple shortstop appearances, but he's back, going to get on base for the Americans. He's able to clip the zone for strike number 1. And Prosecco, we talked about it, Tom, his first appearance on the year for the Pioneers here. Only the second appearance for Richards. Game 1 did pretty well on the 0-1. Chop to third, gonna play on a hop, gonna be close play at first, on a couple of bounces. It is not in time. Gladfelter able to get in safely on the on the one no out single there. You wonder if they have the third baseman from last game, if he's able to make that play.
Now batting from Hughesville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you look at last game, the Americans really struggled with getting guys on to lead off innings, and Justin Gladfelter already on first to start things here in the bottom of the first as Bauer digs in. He's moving over to center field here for game 2.
No throw from Spanner as another stolen base from Justin Gladfelter. That's number 17 on the year. Already one pitch. Americans have a runner in scoring position trying to tie this game up. He mentioned they'd move Bauer over to center field. Gladfelter now dancing off a second. Quickly 0-2 as Bauer fouls that one off just a little bit late.
Yeah, Gladfelter really showing the wheels here in the bottom of the first. I mean, reaches on an infield single. That was a tough play over there at third by Trevor Reed, but made the long throw on a hop. Good pick at first by Ryan Kristoff, and Gladfelter just beat it out. Good defense, better offense.
0-2 count here to Bauer. Just fouled off there, able to get off the end of the bat. No, they'll call it. That's the ruling they'll say.
Looks like a foul ball. Tough angle. I don't know if he swung and missed. There's some time. The umpires look like they're going to talk about it.
Bauer looked like he was ready to go back to the dugout.
Yeah, it seems like he thought he swung and missed and was honestly going to run towards first. He wasn't sure if he was going to have to drop the bat.
They will rule it now, saying he dropped third strike there, so Bauer goes out swinging.
That's a tough first out in the inning where Gladfelter moves up on the steal, but can't get him to third.
Bring up David Harris.
From Essex, Vermont, number 18,
Batting
David
.425 on the year. Hitters on this Americans team. Only 4 RBIs, but can certainly add on to that with Gladfelter at second. As Gladfelter off of second. Just missing on that low strike.
Harris, the guy that's been the most consistent bat in the lineup, leads the team in batting average. Like you mentioned, over 400. I mean, a guy that hits from the left side. Didn't play in game 1, but really has just been a hitter all year long. Finds his way on any way he can.
The 1-0. Bit outside there to Harris. Now 2-0. Prosecco on the mound, committed to Iona University. 2-0 count here to Harris.
Good hitters count. See if Harris can get something to hit. Drive in Gladfelter. Give the Americans an early lead after a poor game 1.
2-0 to Harris. Once again goes to that outside corner. Misses again. Now 3-0. Struggling to find the zone against Harris.
Harris taking in 3-0. You wonder if he's hacking here. Green light. Probably not if I had to guess, but bottom of the first after a 13-0 loss. Never know.
Gladfelter's going. Throw down to third. High. Second stolen base in this inning for Gladfelter. He's up to 18. Tying run now 90 feet away. Now runners at the corners here for the Americans. Brings up Dominic Zangardi.
Now batting from Shavertown, Pennsylvania.
So Dave Harris works a walk and has just been playing really great for this team. Again, just finds any way on. Now a 7-game on-base streak as Harris extends it this afternoon.
Walk of the year for Harris. He'll reach safely at first. Brings up Dominic Zangardi. Hit his first home run a couple days ago. 9 RBIs. Third on this team. Rounder could score 1.
Yeah, exactly 7 days ago today, hit that first home run.
Zangardi first pitch swinging, fouls it down the left field line. Certainly someone not afraid to take a first pitch swinging.
Yeah, an early hack from Zangardi, just a little bit behind. A really strong 1-2-3 here for the Americans, and Gladfelter, Bauer, Harris, and then Zangardi in the cleanup spot. A guy that really can drive the ball the opposite way and into either gap.
The 0-1. Harris going down to second, throw way high. Cut off. Gladfelter will score. Double steal there for the Americans. It's a tie ball game.
So third steal of the game, and Gladfelter, just a high throw by Spanner, and Harris in at second. Gladfelter scampers home. Now we got a 1-1 ball game.
1-1 now. Harris at second. Zangardi takes ball 2. Compared to that Jamestown game, the Olean game, nice to see the Americans finally on the other side of getting stolen bases. Felt like there were a dozen between those two games. Already 3 now for the Americans. 2-1 count here to Zangardi. Pitch. He's able to clip that outside corner, strike number 2. He was really looking for that in that Harris at bat. Was pitching way outside. Able to clip it here now for a 2-2.
Yeah, really nice spot there from Procio to land that off-speed pitch on the outer half. So now Zangardi got his work cut out for him. Down, evened up now 2-2.
2-2. Way outside. Harris will get into third. Prosecco cover the plate just in case if you try to go home, but count runs full. Americans now have the second straight time they've had a runner at third. Ground ball can give them the lead. Count here from Zangardi. 7 walks to only 4 strikeouts, so certainly be looking for a walk.
Zangardi's just got to put the ball in play here. Elmira with the infield back. And they call a balk. Look at that.
Americans on the wrong way of the balk as Lerner gave one up, but it's a tough inning so far. Prosecco, 1 hit, walk, multitude of stolen bases. Americans up 2-1. Can't be complaining here if you're the Americans. Still a full count pitch, only 1 out.
So the Americans basically gifted a run. You look at Dave Harris, he gets on from a walk, steals second, moves to third on a wild pitch, and scores on a balk. So they'll say thank you, Elmira, and take the lead 2-1.
Misses low to Zangardi. Second walk here. Prosecco. Another runner on for the Americans.
Yeah, Zangardi, a guy that really can get on base at any point in the game. Able to work the count to full there and extend his on-base streak now to 5 games in a row.
Bring up Colin Price. Pitch in the Jamestown game. I thought it was going to be originally the starter game today, but mounted in that DH position. Close play at first. Already stumbled, able to get that left hand back in. Already a couple stolen bases, 3. Feels like he's had a couple in the last few days. I feel like the Americans sort of picked up the stolen bases these last couple of games. Price still looking for this first pitch. Zangardi's going. Throw a strike. Throw down to second. It's high again. Another stolen base here for the Americans. Looked like Gardner tried to pretend that it went into center field.
Yeah, you see Manny Esley try to, like, deke out Zangardi there. Throw was high, jumped and caught it in the air, and then tried to get Zangardi off guard.
Not phased, though, into second safely. Outside there, dropped, but not far enough for Zangardi to try for third. Count moves to 1-1.
One's wild, Tom. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, number 11. 1 runner on.
Price hits this one into left. Charging is Farinati. He'll dive. It'll get away. Gardner going to recover. Throw up the line. Goes to Spainer. Now Price into second. Zangardi gets to third on a bloop down the left field line.
So a nice double for Colin Price. It's going to go in the scorebook as a double. It didn't really look like one off the bat. But Colin Price now a big extra base hit for the Americans. Second and third, one out. With Christian Mikulski coming up in a big at-bat here in the bottom of the first.
We talked about Mikulski being in that bit of a slump after starting 4 for 7. His last 13. Just trying to put the ball in play here. 1 RBI, just get enough on it. Try and get RBI here. Obviously, infield will come in. Try and get the force out at home. Zangardi at third. Mikulski just trying to get a little bit of a pop to the outfield to score 1 or more.
Mikulski started the year 4 for 7, but really been struggling as of late. 0 for his last 12.
First pitch swing here, lined into left field. That'll score 1. Price held up at third. Runners advance as Mikulski finally breaks his long slump for an RBI single. Americans up 3-1.
Mikulski got a pitch he liked on the first pitch of the at-bat and absolutely ripped it into left field for an RBI single. So now the Americans have the runners at the corners. They go station to station. Now Nick Pass digging in, looking to drive in some more runs as they lead 3-1 here.
Pass a recent acquisition for this American team. At a hot start, cooled off a little bit. You know what he can do in these situations. Couple home runs. Looking for more RBIs. He takes strike 1 in his zone. Pass looking for a couple ribbies. 0-1. Late steer there from Mikulski. Spanner looked like it caught him off guard. Mikulski will reach safely. No force out here. That's the first stolen base on the year for Christian Mikulski.
The Americans stealing all over the Payos here in this first inning.
0-2 count. Checks his swing. Did he go? Say he did not. Pass able to hold up on the 0-2 offering.
So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pass will look to battle, fight anything off with second and third because these runs really matter in a 3-1 ball game.
1-2. Way outside. Good stop by Spanner. Count moves to 2-2.
Also shows how important that was for Colin Price to take an extra bag. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position as opposed to just 1. Colin Price hustled his way to second on that pop-up. Got out of the box really quick and now ducks on the pond for the Americans.
Pass looking to ball to play in here. 2-2. Strike out looking. Able to clip the zone low. Big second out here. Pass couldn't believe it.
Yeah, really nice spot there from Procio. Able to send pass back to the dugout. So here's Alex Glasscock, who's played in 3 games this year for the Americans, and now has a huge at-bat here in the bottom of the first.
Had that error earlier, had that one hit in the Jamestown game, a 2 RBI single. Looking for another one here. First pitch swing, this one fouled down the first base line. Running out of room is Kristoff. It'll head to that sort of grassy area near the picnic table. It's 1-0-1.
Glasscock, a guy that really gets after it when he's in the box. Loves to swing at that first pitch. Does right there, just a little late.
Glasscock looking to be that everyday shortstop, really splitting it with him and Savino. Trying to get a single here to push this Americans lead up to 3 or 4. The 0-1. Chopped down the left field line. That's foul. Ball that he was ahead of. Quickly moves to 0-2.
Yeah, not really the 0-1 hack that Glasscock was looking for. An off-speed pitch. Now 0-2.
Gonna get out of this inning are the Pioneers. The 0-2. High. Glasscock not offering on that high fastball. Works it to a 1-2. Smith's last at bat, hit the 0-2 count. A couple balls trying to work this count is Glasscock. The 1-2. High and inside, 2-2 again. Americans certainly making the Pioneers work here. Every strike.
Yeah, Pracio long bottom of the first here. Already 3 runs on 3 hits for the Americans.
The pitch. Inside again. 3 straight balls here to a full count.
Really nice job by Glasscock here, going from 0-2 after swinging at the first 2 pitches. Now works it to full with 2 outs in the inning. An even bigger pitch coming here from Pracio with Adam Weiss looming on deck in the 9-hole.
The full count offering. Struck him out looking. Glasscock throws the bat ready to walk. Another strikeout looking for the Pioneers. 2 huge ones. Americans up 3-1, but felt like they could have got some more, Tom.
It's 3-1 American.
Yeah, Glasscock didn't think that one was a strike. Tossed his bat, like you mentioned, a little early even, which is definitely frowned upon, but they get out of the inning after 2 strikeouts looking. Really nice job by Kevin Pracio to get out of that inning unscathed after giving up 3. So technically not unscathed, but gives up 3, which could have been a lot more.
Certainly 2 huge strikeouts, Pracio, but Cannuel back on the mound. Pretty good first inning. Let's see if he can continue it here. We'll be back shortly.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at the Elmira Pioneers starting lineup. Caleb Delaney moves over in the outfield to center. He led off in the top half of the first with a single. Alex Davis in the 2-hole, the extra hitter. Nick Spanner behind the dish. Brandon Dubeck, the designated hitter, batting 4th. Tyson Gingrich batting 5th in right field. Michael Gardner getting the start at shortstop here in Game 2 after being on the bench for Game 1 after a 3-error performance on Friday night. Trevor Reed getting the start at 3rd after being on the bench in Game 1. Michael Ferranti, a new face. Ryan Kristoff and Manny Esley, all new faces for this Pioneer team in left field, first base, and second base. And then, of course, Kevin Pracio on the mound. And then the Americans' defensive alignment, Harris, Bauer, Zangardi from left to right in the outfield. Mikulski at 3rd, Alexander Glasscock at shortstop. Justin Gladfelter over at 2nd, Adam Weiss at 1st, Nick Past, and Mitch Cannuel, the battery for the Americans here in game number 2.
First pitch from Cannuel. Gardner wears it. Certainly not the outing he wanted in this second inning. 1 pitch, 1 hit by pitch. Gardner reaches easily.
From Novi, Michigan, next batter is number 45, Trevor Reed.
Gardner reaches safely. It'll bring up Trevor Reed. Another pickup we talked about. Cannuel, it's a pretty quick one. It's been close on 2, but has been able to get him out. Gardner's going. Pitch a strike. Throw. A bouncer from Pass. Certainly upset with himself there. Pitch to run on from Gardner. He's in safely. Another stolen base.
Yeah, so 9 hit by pitches in the first game. Now 2 already in game 2. 11 on the day for the Americans. Gardner swiped 2nd.
Pitch high for ball number 1. Gardner's 11th stolen base. Leads on this team by a wide margin. Second closest is 6. Only caught once, so runner in scoring position. Elmira trying to get back into this game. The 1-1 offering low. It was 2-1 on Trevor Reed.
Please tell them to stop honking the horn. Thanks.
Reed only 2 hits on the year. Hits this one into left. That'll make it 3. They'll hold Gardner at 3rd as Harris charges. Now runners at the corners here for the Pioneers. Still no one out.
Yeah, Cannuel now finds himself in a little bit of a jam with Mike Ferranti, a very talented hitter coming up to the plate, who was on the bench in game 1. That one laced into left field for a single. Gardner doesn't score on the play. Hit too hard, but now runners at the corners.
Fronte will take ball 1. You talked about how they haven't used Gardner after that 3-error performance. Fielding percentage under 800, as a shortstop, that's pretty rough, but you can do stuff like that. A single, and then able to get into second and advance on the single. Now it's quickly 1-1.
Yeah, was given game 1 off or put on the bench because of those 3 errors on Friday night. Now stole a bag here. Another hit by pitch.
Hits another batter. Bases now loaded. Something these American pitchers have struggled with, obviously leading the league in hit by pitches. Slattery had a couple, Weiss had a couple, now Canuel has a pair. Bases loaded, still no one out after Americans up 3-1. Thought, okay, it's a pretty good lead. On the verge of disappearing now. It's a 2-3 game as it brings up Kristoff.
Yeah, now at 13 hit by pitches this afternoon alone.
Kristoff, first pitch hacking. The foul pole. You'd think with how Canuel's really been struggling to find the zone, has been hitting batters, you'd maybe take a couple of pitches, but not the chance there from Kristoff. The 0-1, Kristoff lined in a center field, played on a hop by Bauer. 1 run will score, everyone will advance 1 base. It's a tie ball game after a single in the center by Kristoff. Still nobody out.
Yeah, still no outs. Kristoff laces that one into center. Sees a pitch he likes and drives it right back where it came from. Thought Bauer maybe had a chance, but stopped just short of the baseball. And the Pios go station to station.
Esley takes ball 1. After the first couple of batters before the Pioneers went down pretty easily, really this end of the lineup has really helped the Pioneers get back into this game. Cut on and miss from Esley, move to a 1-1. We've seen some swings and misses from Canuel's stuff, but a couple of hit by pitches really been the difference maker in this game.
Absolutely. Esley digging in as a 10 hitter really can do some damage here.
Did he check his swing? He did. Passed appeals down to second. Say he did not go. Count now 2-1. Good for a ground ball here. Here's Canuel. Probably at least 1 run will score. The 2-1 popped into right field. Zangardi will camp under it. Runners going home. The throw to pass, a good one. So it'll keep Reed at third. Nice play there from Zangardi to hold the runner. Keep the score the same.
Yeah, so a sacrifice fly for Esley would have been, but Reed stays at third. And Zangardi showing off the cannon. Gets the ball back in quickly.
Huge out from Zangardi. Canuel now double play away from getting out of this with the bases loaded, trying to noble tiger Pioneers here. Another first pitch swing here from Delaney. So that one's fouled off. Delaney had a couple of hits in that rout of the Americans last game. Went 2 for 3. Scored a pair of runs. Also had a walk. Trying to get an RBI in this game, unlike the last. The 0-1 offering outside moves the count to 1-1.
So just 1 out in the inning with the bases still loaded. Americans playing the corners in, but the middle back, they'll look to turn it up the middle with Gladfelter and Glasscock.
Delaney chopper to third. Get the out at first. Throw down to first. There'll be no throw. Americans get what they want. They get the out at home. Still not out of it yet, but Mikulski able to get a good throw to pass. We've seen in the past air-milled that throw to home, but Mikulski cool, calm, under pressure to get out number 2.
Yeah, nice play by Mikulski over there at third. Just takes his time, stops, fires it home, and gets Trevor Reed out on the play at home.
Alex Davis now called strike number 1. Great pitch there from Canuel with the fastball on that outside corner.
The more first pitch strikes Canuel throws, the better it seems. Doing a really nice job so far with that aspect of getting outs.
Cut on and miss, 0-2 count. Canuel going to get out of this jam here. Davis looking for a couple of RBIs, trying to give Americans some trouble. The 0-2 offering just misses low and outside. Was looking for Davis to chase. Says no way. Davis 9 RBIs on the year. 4 doubles as well. Davis cut on and missed. Canuel, bases loaded with nobody out. Sacrifice fly out at home, and a big strikeout leaves the Americans up by 1.
So Mitch Canuel does a really nice job to work out of a jam and keep the score 3-2. Americans keep their lead after what could have been an explosion of an inning by the Pioneers offense.
Which really goes to show it. Canuel's able to lock in, hits those 2 batters, but when he's able to find his stuff, find his pitches, also give some credit to Dominic Zangardi in right field. We've seen in the past maybe some other outfielders this American team can't make that throw, but Dominic Zangardi can. That's why he's a D1 player. Able to get that play. Mikulski able to get a good out at home, and then a strikeout. That's all Mitchell Canuel, baby. Americans still up by 1.
Yeah, Mitch Canuel, absolutely amazing job getting out of that one as the Americans are coming to bat here in the bottom of the second.
For some of you don't have a birthday coming up, well, why not spend it right here at the ballpark? Packages include 10 tickets, 2 large Sammy's Pizzas, 10 drinks, a customized
I'd like to thank Blaze Brockways. We're thankful for their continued support. Family-owned general contracting and home improvement business serving the greater Elmira and southern tier region. In business for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway specializes in both interior and exterior renovation projects, from kitchen remodels to framing and custom cabinet installation to gutter and roof improvements. Blaze Brockway has you covered. Call 607-259-7607. That's 607-259-7607 for your construction and remodeling needs.
Take a look at the Pioneers' defensive alignment as they trot back out on the field. Here in the bottom half of the second, Trevor Reed at third, Michael Gardner at shortstop, Manny Esley at second, Ryan Kristoff at first. There's your infield. Then it's Michael Ferranti, Caleb Delaney, and Tyson Gingrich in the outfield from left to right. The battery, Kevin Proscio and Spanner behind the dish as well.
Adam Weiss up to bat. Thought he was going to be coming up with the bases loaded in that bottom of the first, where Glasscock called out looking. Weiss pitched in game 1 of the doubleheader. Certainly a game he'll want to forget. 5 runs in 2 innings. Just looking to hit here in game number 2. Weiss takes strike 1, inside corner. Good pitch here from Presco. Seen him find his first pitch strike a couple times so far in this game. The 0-1. Weiss loops it foul, out of play. Quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Proscio, a long inning in that bottom of the first. Weiss looking to repeat that as he steps in to lead things off here for the Americans. Quickly down 0-2 though.
Weiss not going to make it easy here.
17 warming in the bullpen.
The 0-2. Weiss trying to bloop it into right field. He will. Weiss gets on safely for a leadoff single here. The Americans couldn't say they had in that first game of the doubleheader.
Yeah, first guy on base all day. And Adam Weiss lines a base hit to right field. A really nice piece of hitting right there from the Americans' first baseman.
Bring up CJ Snooze. First time we've seen, as we mentioned, Tom, having 2 catchers. Snooze, usually behind the dish, was last game. Now going to be this extra hitter in the 10-hole with Weiss at first. Weiss is going. Pitch is high. Good throw down. Weiss, can he sneak in? He cannot. Weiss out.
Weiss caught stealing second. Looked like he got around on the swim move, but a tough angle for us up here in the press box, and he's thrown out.
Not sure if they were trying to go for a hit and run. We saw that in the game against Jamestown with Salcedo, but he didn't hit the ball, so he's out easily. Big first out here. Prosecco gets Weiss out. Now 1-1 here to Snuz.
Yeah, it counts even here against Snuz after Weiss was thrown out trying to steal second, get in his corner position.
Snooze leans back on that one. 1-2.
Home plate umpire giving that high strike today. Procio lands it in.
Paul Procio here on the 1-2. Mind out of play here. See Procio get to these quick 2-strike counts. Weiss able to line it for a single on the 0-2 count, but when he's on these 0-2 counts, he'll take a couple balls, but he'll find his spot. Found it against Glasscock earlier in this game for that big third out. 1-2. Snuz swings and misses again. Tagged out there by Spainer. Now 2 quick outs by the strikeout and caught stealing. As we'll go through the order, bring up Justin Gladfelter. 2 quick outs for the Americans. We can't complain. You're already through the lineup in 1 2/3, Tom.
Yeah, you cannot complain, right, with how they've been playing here in just an inning and 2/3. But this inning has just been a complete change from what happened in the first. Americans exploded for 3 runs, and now out on a caught stealing attempt.
Gladfelter shows bunt, pulls it back, had that single in that bottom of the first you mentioned, stole second. After Bauer struck out swinging, he stole third, was able to score after the wild pitch. 1-0 to Gladfelter. Keeps giving him that inside zone there, Tom. Once again, Gladfelter jumps back. So did Snooze, but Husko get the call regardless.
Really nice job by Spanner back there, blocking the ball from the drop third against Snooze, and then getting a good frame here against Gladfelter.
Another foul ball by Gladfelter. Quickly, another 2-straight count. 1-2 here on Gladfelter, excuse me. Good for a quick inning compared to that bottom of the first.
Yeah, Gladfelter reached on that infield single to start off the first. See if he can get back on base once again.
The 1-2. Gladfelter caught looking again. 3 strikeouts here from Presco. 3 looking, has 1 swinging as well.
The
Americans still up 3-2.
Score no runs on 1 hit and no runners left on base, and we're through 2 complete. And it's
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank TLC Pet Food for their continued support. Specializing in nutrient-dense recipes, TLC Pet Food offers dog and cat food with fresh ingredients and added probiotics. Find the whole life dog and cat formulas for your furry friend at tlcpetfood.com. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs. Sammy's Pizzeria has been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from Sal Maglie Stadium at Sammy's Pizzeria. A special thank you to Tropical Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Americans this season. Locally owned and operated, Tropical Heating and Cooling provides expert installation, repair, and maintenance for home heating, cooling, and air quality systems. Call 716-870-0753 or head to tropicalheating.net to submit a service request and knock your heating and cooling needs out of the park.
Top of the third underway. Caniel in his 3rd inning of work. Americans cling to this 3-2 lead. Play there, no chance. Kolsky able to get that one.
Another first pitch strike for Mitch Canuel. He's back out for his 3rd inning of work. Americans lead 3-2 here at Sal Maglie.
Being up Spanners had a couple plays behind the dish, saved a couple of pass balls on an 0-1 count. Cannuel went inside. He's got to be careful. Already has 2 hit-by pitches. Don't want to get another runner on. That's how they scored in that second inning, with Gardner getting in on the first pitch, being a hit by pitch, getting into second easily. Now the 1-1 finds his spot there, outside corner. Quickly 1-2.
Yeah, the more leadoff outs, the better. If Cannuel can find a way to get Spanner, the 3-hitter, out here for the Pioneers to start the top of the third, he'll be in a good spot the rest of the inning.
Spanner cut on and missed. Big strikeout here in the leadoff man, Cannuel. 4th game on the year. Spanner started hitting 4 for 11 on the year, so 400. We're going to take that with a grain of salt, Tom. So really opted to use him behind the dish. Big strikeout. That was his first strikeout on the year. So bring up Dubuck. Take strike 1.
Dubeck playing in both games from Maplewood, New Jersey. Actually plays at the D1 level at Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania.
Doesn't get him to offer there on that outside pitch. Now 1-1.
Dubeck hit .308 this past year in 38 games played. A career .306 hitter at Lafayette.
Off the glove there, pass. Count moves to 2-1.
Pass behind the plate, a new catcher for the Americans here in Game 2, whereas Spanner, who just struck out swinging, a new catcher for the Pios, Game 2 as well.
This one into left field, played on a hop by Harris. Pioneers will have one on with one out.
Yeah, Dubeck reaches with a one-out base hit into left field, a really nice swing. Harris kind of played it off the one hop off the turf. And Gingrich comes up, a dangerous hitter, sliding up into the 5 spot here in Game 2 after hitting a solo shot in Game 1.
Gingrich, one of the few players to come back into that game when mainly due to that home run. First pitch fouled. Gingrich had that home run, also had 2 strikeouts, so he was able to get a hold of one. It's going far, but if not, he's striking out. Able to find the zone there. Cannuel's really found his spots here now on the 0-2.
Yeah, looking for a ground ball here from Gingrich. We had that misplay in the first inning, what could have been a 4-6-3, turned into an E6.
Cannuel goes low. Telling Dubeck to stay at first. Already had 1 stolen base from Gardner. Not a great throw from pass. It bounced to second. 1-2 count. Still Cannuel's. For that outside offering, Gingrich didn't chase. Works the count to a 2-2.
Yeah, there's that good changeup from Cannuel, trying to get Gingrich, the lefty, to get out in front and put something on the ground for a possible double play.
Just fouled off the end of the bat here. Beck staying at first. No stolen bases on the year. Hasn't even tried any. So we all Gingrich here to move the runner over.
Gingrich played 2 years at Frederick Community College in Maryland.
Looks outside again. Works the count full.
In 2026, he played 20 games, but hit .300 in his freshman year, .281 this past year.
The full count offering. Line going to be a long run here for Harris. 20 feet away from him. Count stays full.
Yeah, Harris couldn't quite get there. Really long run as he's playing over even with the lefty and Gingrich as well.
Looking to get out of this inning without having Gardner, who scored that run on that hit by pitch. Cannuel looking for another big strikeout. Full count offering. Cut on and miss. Another big strikeout from Cannuel. Big out for Gingrich as it brings up Michael Gardner.
So Gardner will come up with 2 outs. Try not to waste the 1-out single from Brandon Dubeck. Gardner was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and stole a bag as well.
Throw back to first. Not really as fast as that usual pickoff from Canuel. Gardner still waiting his first pitch. Gardner cut on and missed. Canuel has really figured it out as this game has progressed on.
Yeah, really nice pitch there on the outside corner to get Gardner swinging with the fastball. Canuel dotting up the corners, really trying to stay away from the middle of the plate.
Fouled off again, quickly 0-2.
Gardner wishes he could have that one back right on the fastball. That one leaked out over the plate a little bit too much. I would bet if you ask Canuel, he says he wishes he had that one back. Lucky.
Just misses there on that 1-2. We've seen that inside strike call on these right-handed hitters go the way of the pitcher. Not the case here. The 1-2. Jammed there. Weiss, easy play after the 1-out single. Strikeout and an unassisted out by Weiss. Americans up 3-2.
Yeah, nice play over there at first by Weiss. And nothing he can't handle. An easy little jam shot from Gardner right to Weiss, and is able to get Gardner retired to end the inning.
Americans looking to put on a couple runs here as the 2, 3, and 4 hitters are coming up. That's Bauer, Harris, and Zangardi. That's the pair of outfielders, Tom.
The outfielders coming up, but before that, we'll talk to you about Casella Waste Systems. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Casella Waste Systems for their ongoing support. Casella provides residents with professional waste control and garbage pickup in Niagara Falls that is extremely sustainable. They also offer commercial dumpster rentals for construction and other cleanup needs. Contact Casella now at 716-637-4843 to receive a price quote on garbage pickup. Niagara Falls Americans would also like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards for sponsoring the Americans this season. Bully Hill Vineyards is a fun, family-friendly winery on Keuka Lake known for great wine, casual dining, and unforgettable events. It's located in Hammondsport, New York, in the heart of the Finger Lakes, and on the south end of beautiful Keuka Lake. Overlooking the lake, you can taste over 40 wines at their tasting bar with energetic and knowledgeable staff. If you're looking for a fun winery with great wine and food, this is it. Everyone is welcome to enjoy the winery and restaurant. For groups of 10 or more, please call in advance to make a reservation at 607-868-3610.
Bottom of the third here, it'll be Bauer, Harris, and Gardy, who struck out in a pair of walks in a row. Bauer looking for a better at-bat as he struck out on 3 pitches. Press go. Bauer shows a bunt down that field line. Bauer doesn't really show bunt often. Has really been a mainstay in this lineup. Was out against Jamestown, but had been 7 straight games. He's looking for a bunt for a hit as we go to this bottom of the third.
Tried to lay it down. Can't blame him for trying. Looked good as well with Reed back at third, but just foul. Now Bauer's going to be swinging away if I had to guess.
Bauer jammed there as that one fouled off. Pair of foul balls. Count moves to 0-2.
An inside-out hack for Bauer. Up and in, kind of just started this swing and couldn't stop it. Really reliable bat this year, though. Now 10 games played on the season into double digits, hitting .385. 6 strikeouts to 7 walks as well.
The 0-2 to Presco. Just misses there. Outside corner. Was looking for strikeout number 6. All but one of his outs has come by the K. Still in the driver's seat. 1-2 offering. Caught Bauer looking again. One swinging, one looking. It's Bauer, another out from the strikeout.
How about Kevin Proccio? 6 Ks already. We're only in the 3rd inning and out into the 3rd inning. And he sends Bauer back to the dugout looking Here's David Harris. He walked his first time up and stole a bag.
He's got Bauer and Fitz. Brings up Harris, who walked on 4 pitches, Tom. So pretty interesting after being in control in that first at-bat against Bauer. Couldn't find it against Harris. Harris still yet to see a ball. Good pitch there in that outside corner. Ump won't give it to him.
Yeah, didn't miss by much. Proccio probably upset a little bit there. Wanted that first pitch strike. We'll hop back on the rubber and deal a 1-0 to Harris.
Another good pitch here. He's looking low against Harris. Still yet to find the zone here. Now 2-0.
Really good hitters count here for David Harris. Hitting .425 on the year. 17 hits on the season. Just 1 double, 1 extra base hit.
Just looking for a pitch he can find. Still yet to find one as that one bounces to Spanner. Now it's a 3-0.
Good block from Spanner. Nobody on base, but try to keep Proccio in a rhythm as much as he can.
No one on base, but Harris did steal second, so if he gets on, it's certainly a threat to run. Still looking for a strike. He's been thrown 7 straight balls to him. A 3-0. Find one here, right down the middle. No offering from Harris. It's a 3-1 count.
Harris not hacking 3-0.
Harris already has a walk in this game. Looking for walk number 9. The 3-1. Harris fouls it off into the roof of the other press box. His count goes full.
So a Division I talent here on the mound for the Pios, and Kevin Proccio, Long Island native, committed to Iona, like you mentioned, Ethan, facing off against a Division III bat and David Harris, who's playing at a much higher level this summer.
The full count. No chance there. Presco wanted that pitch. He's looked for that outside spot there. I don't think there was anything there. That was off by a couple of inches, so Harris will reach safely, works it to a full count pitch, but just couldn't find that 3rd strike in a row, Tom, as he'll reach safely.
Yeah, Harris' 2nd walk of the day, 9th of the year. Just 1 away from double digits, and in steps Zangardi. Will Cordero going with back-to-back lefties here in the lineup in the 3-4 spot, and Harris and Zangardi.
Zangardi takes ball 1. He walked on 6 pitches. Same as Zangardi. So 6 strike number 1.
Zangardi quickly down 0-1. Harris off first. A good threat to run. Stole a bag in the first.
Outside. Spanner able to get it. Count to 1-1. Certainly going to have to keep an eye on Harris. He has stolen base number 4. Going to get up to 5 here with Zangardi up. Presco checks on Harris at first. A 1-1 to Zangardi. Zangardi able to hold off on that outside offering. Count moves to 2-1. Certainly a better performance from the Americans so far. Took them 6 innings to get their first hit. Now tied with the Pioneers at 4 apiece. More importantly, up by 1. Harris is going. Pitch a ball. Throw high again. Harris in safely. Another stolen base here for the Americans.
David Harris now moving into scoring position with his 2nd steal of the game. The Americans' 4th, 5th, 6th steal of the ball game.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Tom. Good throw from Spanner. Just a little bit high. That's really, you need to throw right on the money, right on the base, but a high one isn't going to do anything there. Zangardi, it will drop on that hit. Didn't know if that was going to hold up. Was Harris as he was halfway between 2nd and 3rd. Saw Delaney wasn't going to have a chance. Now, once again, runners at the corners here for the Americans, looking to get another run since the 1st inning. Who else but Christian Mikulski, who had that hit to start the rally for the Americans.
Yeah, Zangardi laced that one up the middle. Harris had to make sure it fell before he could took off. Actually had a solid read on it. took off well before the ball fell, and Delaney let it fall in front of him as Colin Price digs in, looking to drive in some runs to extend the Americans' lead.
Price had that loop double where you'd think, all right, if Zangardi's on second, you've got to score on a double, but didn't really know if it was going to fall. Zangardi opted to stay at third before Mikulski's single scored them both. Now the 1-0 to Pence. Two straight balls here to Price. Presco in a bit of a jam with runners at the corners.
Yeah, Price had that double in his last at-bat, first extra base hit of the day for the Americans.
First double of the year for Price. Zangardi's going. Throw high again. Double steal here. Throw at home. He is safe. He avoids the tag. Double steal here from Harris. Not a great throw back from Gardner. Thought he was going to have a chance to get Harris out, but double steal here. Harris able to get in safely. Americans up 4-2.
Zangardi creating some action. Harris took off right as soon as Spanner threw it, and able to swipe home is David Harris.
Price hits this one down the left field line. It will hold up down the line. Zangardi opts to stay at second. Got a good amount on that ball. About 10 feet away from that 330 sign. Price on a 2-1 count. Flies out to left. Zangardi now at second. Mikulski looking for another RBI in this game with Zangardi at second.
Price gave it a ride, but just got under it a little bit too much. Nice play by Ferranti to be able to track it down right on the foul line.
Mikulski takes strike one. Mikulski only had 1 RBI in this season, now up to 3. Way outside, good stop by Spanner. Count moves to 1-1.
Yeah, good take from Mikulski on the outer half. Lets it pass. So 2 outs in the inning. 1 run already in for the Americans on the David Harris sprint home after Zangardi took second.
Zangardi at second. 1-1. Just trying to go back inside. Couldn't find it. 2-1 count here to Mikulski.
Rossio, a graduate of Kellenberg Memorial High School, going to Iona next year. Impressive resume for him.
The 2-1. Cut on and missed from Mikulski. Now moves to a 2-2. Pitch number 80 for Presco there. Certainly not something you want to see when your starter already 80 pitches through 3, and he's not even through it yet. Still a 2-2 count. Mikulski looking to extend this inning here.
You're really going to drive something to the outfield to be able to get Zangardi in.
Pitch number 81 for the Mamba. Mikulski strikes out. Big strikeout. Strikeout number 7. Presco, another run given up, but Zangardi stranded at second. Americans up 4-2 here. Another productive outing for the Americans.
So Mikulski can't get the job done, but still an impressive inning for the Americans to put up 1 run. And now they lead 4-2.
Good stuff from the Americans, able to get on safely. A couple stolen bases. Really nice to see when the Americans are able to steal some bases because they're a fast team. They just really haven't tried to, but I think Coach Cordero, Coach Rick have really suggested they should really try and be active on the base pass, and that's how they've scored runs here, Tom. Whether it's Harris, whether it's Zangardi, or it's Gladfelter, they're able to get in safely and able to generate runs because of it, and that's why they're up 4-2.
Absolutely. So Mitch Canyon will back out there for his 4th inning of work.
Mentioned, Tom, how Presco at 81 pitches, Cannuel at 68 here on the mound. take a moment to recognize Salino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, a valued sponsor of the Niagara Falls Americans. Since its founding in 1995, Salino Plumbing has grown from a specialized plumbing company into a full-service contractor offering 24/7 emergency repairs and maintenance. Salino Plumbing local Buffalo plumbers are licensed, experienced professionals who work with your best interests in mind. They also aim to handle calls on the same day with fully stocked service vehicles to minimize wait times. Call 716-202-9665. That's 716-202-9665 for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs today.
So Trevor Reed will lead things off for the Pios here as they look to put a couple more runs on the board, trailing 4-2 against the Americans.
Trevor Reed singled his first time up in the top of the second. Was stuck at third after a fly out and the out at home and the strikeout swinging. He'll take ball number 1.
Yeah, we're in the top of the 4th. Just playing 7, so Pioneers don't have too much time left.
This one popped up. Might have a play on it. I will not as it's over the roof.
For strike 1, going to try to reach out the window and make a one-handed play of the press box, but just misses us.
I think if I caught that, he should have been out. But we won't know. No Savannah Banana rules
Some
here.
Savannah Banana rules, yeah.
So the count stays 1-1. This is outside here, 2-1. Talked about Presco at those 80 pitches. Canuel at 72, an inning ahead of him.
Canuel, really good arm side run on the fastball.
This one chopped down the left field line, foul by a foot.
Another one right there. I mean, you can see Canuel really grooving the heater on the inner half, jamming these right-handers. Reed having a tough time. Count is 2-2.
Going to retire Reed here. The 2-2. This one popped into shallow center. Who's got it? It'll be Glasscock there for a number 2.
Glasscock makes a nice play behind second on the edge of the infield turf. Used to say dirt, but not here.
Michael Ferranti up was the second hit by pitch in this game after Gardner had been 2 players earlier. Glasscock, pretty easy for him there, lined. Pretty easy for the shortstop. That's at number 2.
Yeah, right at Glasscock. Barely had to move. It's a great play when you're a shortstop. You don't have to move too much when the complete opposite of what you normally have to do. You're making plays left to right. So Glasscock made both plays in the inning. Here's Ryan Kristoff, a fellow Niagara University Purple Eagle.
Take strike 1. Kristoff had that single. It's the reason why there's a 1 in that second inning. Advanced everyone over 1, but no one was able to advance after that. He was at first after a couple big outs from Mitchell Canuel.
Kristoff, a really good relationship with Niagara Falls American Matt Ganschow, who's not in the lineup today. Hope he's okay. Second game of the doubleheader and not in the lineup of either.
Certainly interesting to see. Looking for a quick inning here is Canuel. Now the 0-2. Struck him out looking. Another great inning from Canuel. That's strikeout number 5. 3 looking, 2 swinging. Americans up 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
And after 3.5, it's 4-2.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank TLC Pet Food for their continued support. Specializing in nutrient-dense recipes, TLC Pet Food offers dog and cat food with fresh ingredients and added probiotics. Find the whole life dog and cat formulas for your furry friend at tlcpetfood.com. A special thank you to Tropical Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Americans this season. Locally owned and operated, Tropical Heating and Cooling provides expert installation, repair, and maintenance for home heating, cooling, and air quality systems. Call 716-870-0753 or head to tropicalheating.net to submit a service request and knock your heating and cooling needs out of the park. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Coca-Cola for their support this season. Known for its refreshing bubbles and iconic flavor, Coca-Cola is the world's best-selling carbonated soft drink. Snag a Coke right here at the Sal Maglie Stadium concession stand and make your game day even sweeter.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank McDonald's for being a sponsor of the team this year. With an extensive menu of well-known favorites, McDonald's is famous for its convenience. Especially during a long baseball season, McDonald's is the perfect place to grab a quick bite to eat and get right back to the ballpark. So head to your nearest McDonald's and enjoy all the classics. The Niagara Falls Americans thank Casella Waste Systems for their continued support. Casella offers sustainable waste management and garbage pickup right here in Niagara Falls. As an environmental service provider, Casella manages and transforms society's waste into new resources. Call 716-637-4843 to get a price quote on garbage pickup.
Nick passed up to bat here as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Currently 0 for 1, struck out looking. Gonna do something more here as the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the fourth. There goes up 4-2. Have that error, but hitting them 5-4. Gonna continue their runs here. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Prosecco in his fourth inning. Goes outside there for pass for ball number 1.
Pass taking an early ball, already ahead 1-0. Looking to drive the ball into the outfield and get on base here to start the bottom of the fourth for the Americans.
This one pops up into shallow right. Gingrich gonna call it. This will be out number 1.
Gingrich comes on, makes a fairly routine play. Pass retired to start this inning. So now Glasscock will walk to the plate after he struck out looking back at the first on a call he did not think was a strike.
There's a big spot too. Runners at first and third would have been runner on with the bases loaded, but as you mentioned, for one, had a couple plays in this game, had the error, but also had that nice liner in this game. Looking to get a hit here. Cut on and missed. Presco, pitch number 85, probably going to be right around 100 as this inning ends. Way outside there as the count moves to 1-1.
Glasscock off the plate, almost got drilled with the fastball. Procio really getting up there in pitches.
1-1 after that one, way outside from Procio. Cut on and missed from Glasscock. Both those strikes swinging. This count moves to 1-2.
Glasscock really fooled on that curveball from Procio, way out in front. Now 1-2 really can go with anything in the kitchen sink. Ahead in the count, Glasscock could be guessing right here.
Trying not to strike out again like Bauer. The 1-2. Nearly did there. Thought he was going to get caught looking again. Really good spot from Procio. Count moves to 2-2. Trying to work it full like he did last time. And he will. Goes outside again. Glasscock trying to get on with 1 out. Procio looking for a quick 2 outs. Doesn't matter if it's a K.
Big full count pitch coming here against Glasscock.
The full count. No chance there. That one inside, but 2 inside as Procio gives up a 1-out walk. Glasscock will reach safely.
51 in the bullpen.
Walk number 2 on the year for Glasscock.
Number 26.
This will bring up Adam Weiss. Had that lead-off single in that 3rd inning. Came around to score.
Some action in the Pioneers bullpen. Sam Watts warming from UMass Dartmouth out of Rehoboth, Mass.
Weiss tries to check his swing. It was called a strike. We saw a couple pitchers warming. We saw Terwilliger, who's only pitched once in an inning, gave up 3 walks, but still got out of it. We also see number 51, Sam Watts, appeared 4 times, 3.86 ERA. Solid reliever for this Pioneers team. Weiss quickly down 0-2 as he dots the zone. Was looking for that pitch earlier against Glasscock. Finds it here. Looking to make up for it. Trying to find strikeout number 7.
Really nice spot from Procio right there on the outer half. Weiss forced to take. Not really a pitcher swinging at 0-1 unless you're taking it the other way, which he did his last at bat.
The 0-2 played on a couple of hops. This looks like a double play ball. It gets one. It gets away. Weiss headed into second. Will stop there. Second straight time today, Tom, where we've seen a routine double play ball interrupted by a throw out. Get the out at second. As
So
Weiss
Michael
will-
Gardner, another error, had 3 the other night on Friday. Just kind of spiked it.
Number 34, CJ Snooze.
You can have these shortstops who are able to get on safely, but if they're a defensive liability, you have to make a tough decision. You've opted to go with him today. He did score, but he might have someone else come in and score. As we're going to see Vincent Favada come in.
How about that? Vincent Favada getting his first at-bat in about 2 weeks. Favada going to take over in the designated hitter role for CJ Snooze.
This one hit up the middle. It will get through Favada's second hit. They're going to send him home. The throw not in time. Favada's second hit of the year. And RBI only took him 1 pitch to get Weiss in, and Gardner's error proves costly as the Americans up by 3.
How about Vincent Favada coming off the bench? One of the harder things to do in all of sports is come off the bench and have a pinch hit at bat. Swings at the first pitch, bounces one up the middle.
Baseman number 27, Justin Gladfelter.
Americans up 5-2 here after the single, and that hits him in the head. Gladfelter will reach safely. Let's hope he's okay.
Looks to be all right. Jogging down to first like nothing happened.
Now batting center fielder, number 1, Jackson Bauer.
Bring up Jackson Bauer.
So Gladfelter's all right. Looks like it, but something to keep an eye on. The rest of the game, make sure he stays in. That's why we wear helmets.
So Gladfelter on along with Favada. Certainly something interesting you see, Tom. You substitute the extra hitter who's supposed to be known for hitting for Favada, but hey, it works out. I mean, this guy hasn't played in forever and does his job. So now it brings up Bauer looking for an RBI as he struck out twice. Once looking, one swinging.
Yeah, don't have to do too much. Just a nice seeing eye single out of Favada to get a run home.
Cut on and miss from Bauer. So looking for another strikeout. Bauer trying not to be the one to end this inning.
Count now 1-1 with 2 outs. A big at bat.
Oh, 2-0. Hold on.
0-2, excuse me.
0-2 or 2-0?
The 0-2 offering just fouled off from Bauer. Sangardi would love to be in this inning and try and get a couple more runs in. Bauer just looking to not go out from the K.
Big 2-strike, 2-out pitch.
That one's thrown away. Runners will advance to second and third on a huge wild pitch. We've talked about how Spanner's had his work cut out for him, but he's done pretty well, but no chance there. His runners now at second and third. Single certainly will score in both, especially with the speedy Gladfelter at second.
Yeah, I mean, Procio just completely spiked it. And Spanner had no chance. on the wild pitch.
Bauer just looking to put this ball in play. 10 RBIs. What's wrong with one more? The 1-2 offering. Caught him looking again. Bauer strikes out for the third time. Americans tack on one, but Bauer, a huge strikeout again as runners at second and third. Really wanted to put the ball in play here, Tom.
Yeah, you got to do more than put the ball in play. You got to drive it to the outfield. You got to find a base hit because with 2 outs, second and third, you can't just hit a bouncing ball to second and expect a run to score. You really got to drive the baseball to the outfield to score a couple of runs. So when Bauer's at the plate there, down in the count, he's really just trying to stay alive any way he can and takes that one looking for strike 3. Tough way to end a good inning for the Americans.
Tough way to end it, really. He really let Presidio off the hook, excuse me. In the mid-90s, we saw a couple of people warming. Wonder if that's the last inning for Presidio. His final line, if it is the case, Presidio went 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, only 4 earned, 4 walks. More importantly, 8 strikeouts, Tom.
Yeah, he did his job with getting the strikeouts, but gave up 5 runs. That error proved costly there from Gardner at shortstop. Mitch Canuel back out there for his 5th inning of work here for the Americans. As we head to the top of the 5th, just 9 outs remaining in the ball game. You know, you think about it, 2 innings, not too much of a difference between 9-inning game, 7-inning game. It is. It's a really big difference. That's 6 outs to work with in a game that is so different from any other sport. I mean, 6 outs could be the difference in 10 runs or 0 runs.
It's also the difference when the Americans really don't have a lot of pitchers having to save these arms, not having to get maybe 2 more players in, only having 1 reliever come in. Esley will take strike 1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, Canuel providing some bulk here for this Americans team.
This is outside. Esley 0 for 1 so far. Chop to third. Gonna be a tough play. Mikulski able to get the out there. 6-3 there for out number 2.
Yeah, Mikulski made it look really easy. Didn't throw on the run, just a nice play.
See some action in the pen. We're trying to see if it's another new arm as they'll bring up Caleb Delaney. Delaney will take strike 1.
So back to the top of the order. Delaney 1 for 2 today.
Gonna make it 2 for 3 as it splits between Mikulski and Glasscock. 1 out single here for Delaney. So brings up Alex Davis.
Yeah, really nice piece of hitting right there for Delaney, taking the fastball the other way, right where it was pitched, driving it for a base hit to left field.
Alex Davis flied out to right his first time up. Cut on and missed for strike number 1 with Delaney at first.
So 1 out in the inning. Canuel looking to get a ground ball here. An inning ender.
The 0-1. Looked inside, couldn't find the zone. It's to a 1-1.
Just missed. Down and in.
Delaney 2 stolen bases, didn't run earlier. His was one into the same spot as Delaney did. Pair of singles here now, first and second. Tying runner up to bat here is Spanner with 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Davis putting it right in that 6 hole once again. So first and second now. And the 3-hitter Spanner coming up, looking for his first hit on the day.
Spanner was hit by a pitch and struck out looking to start the 3rd. Certainly a different situation here. Looking for an RBI attention. This is 4th game. Has 1 RBI. Looking for 1 here. Looked inside. Pretty good pitch, not called by the umpire. Ball 1 here to Spanner. No one warming in the Americans' pen. Canule at 88 pitches. That one outside. Good stop by Past. Count now 2-0.
Dangerous pitch coming up here to Spanner, the 3-hitter for the Pios today from Canule, who's deep in his pitch count. Third time around the order. Got to make sure this hits a corner.
Doesn't now. 3-0 count to Spanner. Talked about he was getting better throughout this game. 2 zeros in the third and fourth, but big spot here. 3-0 count. Canule looking for a ground ball here. Has to at least throw a strike on this 3-0 offering. He does. Finds the spot there on that outside corner. It's really what he's been looking for in this game. Now 3-1 count here for Spanner. Looking for an RBI. Doesn't want to chase at something and get Canule off the hook.
Good spot by Canule there on the outer half.
This is a chopper. Mikulski gonna get the out. No, he won't. Gets away. Mikulski, who's made a couple good plays before, not able to get out Spanner. That'll be a hit. Now bases are loaded as it brings up Dubik.
Tough play by Mikulski over at third. Did as much as he could. Got rid of it quickly. A nice play by Weiss over there to stop it from getting by him. A little hockey goalie action. Able to keep the ball from scampering into the outfield, and now bases are loaded.
Dubik takes ball 1. 235 hitter, 12 RBIs, tied for second. Damo has 12. Baker leading with 18, not in the lineup today. Big spot here for Dubik.
Piles coming off a loss Friday night.
Dubik hits this one into left. It's going to go over the head of Harris. 1 run will score. Here comes Davis. Here comes Downey. Tie game. Dubik does it in the clutch over the head of Harris. A bases clearing double and a great outing from Canule. Leaves that one too much over the plate on a 3-1 count, and we've got a tie ball game here, Tom.
Yeah, Harris came in originally, then had to go back just to misplay out and left. That could have been a line out, maybe a sacrifice fly. Harris putting his hands on his head, really frustrated with himself because that probably should have been an out. And instead, it's a bases clearing double. Now we got a 5-5 game.
Gingrich going to take strike 1. Just stuff like that for the Americans. Just little issues from the Americans. I think that maybe, obviously, 1 run probably should have scored, but play from Harris, who usually doesn't make those mistakes like that, gives up a couple. So that one's fouled off by Gingrich. Had that big strikeout earlier. Now 0-2. Canule really looking for a strikeout as he's nearing pitch 100.
Dubik hit it well. Would have been right at Harris or maybe a couple steps back. But off the bat, thought he was running in, and not the case.
The 0-2 to Dubik. Fouled off again. It'll go out of play. Gingrich struck out at the top of the third after Dubik had the single. Big spot here. Single can give them the first lead since the top of the first. Pitch outside from Canule. Count 1-2.
Gingrich 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, looking to do some damage with the runner in scoring position in Dubik.
This one chopped. It'll get up the middle. They're going to wave him home. Throw going to be close. It'll be... Does he get him? Yes, he does! Unbelievable. Was he blocking the base path?
No, to me it honestly didn't look like Pass got the tag around, but home plate umpire says he did, and a strike from center field, and Jackson Bauer gets an outfield assist on the play home.
That's a huge out if you're the Americans. Like Pass didn't know if he's able to get the flip behind him. Umpire says he does. That's what matters. Huge second out here to keep this game at 5, and a great play to be able to get this ball in. You don't think when that ball was hit, all right, he's going in easily, but Pass able to get the out, keep this game scoring, keep this game at 5.
Yeah, Bauer's throw, not a great one, but not a bad one. Certainly one hop right to pass. Bounced high off the turf. A better play by pass at home. Not really going to get too much credit for it regularly, but should.
This one hit into center. It will drop. They're going to wave him in. He's headed for third. He will get in safely. Gardner. And now it'll get away. He's trying for home. Past his throw. He'll get him out. Gardner, who had the triple after that error earlier in this game, tried for the big money play for a Little League home run. No chance there, but he will give Pioneers the lead there on that triple.
Yeah, Gardner took off for home. Not really sure what he thought there, but able to take the lead on a triple to right center that he absolutely smoked. Gingrich came around to score. In the inning, the Pios score 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors and no men left on. But the Pios now have a 6-5 lead.
Harris certainly going to be mad at himself for those 4 runs, 3 of them coming off that play in left field. And we're going to get a new pitcher here. Presco going 5 innings so far. Excuse me, went 4 innings, so not in line for the win. They're going to opt to go with Sam Watts as they're clinging to a 1-run lead.
The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Greater Together Credit Union. Greater Together Credit Union provides personalized banking, loans, mortgages, and savings accounts for anyone living, working, or attending school in Erie or Niagara counties. For more information, current rates, or to apply for membership, visit greatertogethercu.com. Sammy's Pizzeria has been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from Sal Maglie Stadium at Sammy's Pizzeria. A special thank you to Tropical Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Americans this season. Locally owned and operated, Tropical Heating and Cooling provides expert installation, repair, and maintenance for home heating, cooling, and air quality systems. Call 716-870-0753 or head to tropicalheating.net to submit a service request and knock your heating and cooling needs out of the park. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards for their support all season long. On the south end of gorgeous Keuka Lake, you can taste over 40 wines and enjoy food at a family-friendly winery open 7 days a week. Visit bullyhillvineyards.com to learn more about what they have to offer.
Bottom of the 5th here, Americans' 3-run lead evaporated as we're going to check some standings around the PGCBL. Tavia 15-5 right now. Now Auburn, a doubleheader today against Jamestown later tonight, 13-6. Jamestown also 13-6. That doubleheader could certainly change some standings around as well. Elmira now 10-8 after they beat the Americans 13-0. Olean going to get back to 500 here. They're in that 5 spot. Niagara, they've lost 3 in a row, now 9-12, but still in that 6 spot. Americans lost 4, trying to come back against this Elmira team. Geneva 6-12, and Newark able to get a win after beating Geneva yesterday 7-6. They were up 7-1. Geneva scored 5 in the top of the 9th. Couldn't score a 6th one here. So we're going to get Sam Watts on the mound here for the Pioneers.
So we're now in the bottom of the 5th, and the Pios grabbed a 6-5 lead. Elmira played yesterday against the Buffalo Diesel, just an exhibition game. Played on Friday, lost 8-5 against the Auburn Doubledays. In that game, Jack Tubman 3 for 4 with an RBI. Brandon Dubeck 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. But the Pios left 12 runners on base and lost that one 8-5 against the Doubledays in a game where Lucas Hale went 4 innings and gave up 6 runs, 4 of them earned. And Landon Birch fired 5 innings out of the bullpen, having 7 strikeouts as well. A tough game on defense, though, for the Pios in that one. 5 errors, 3 from Michael Gardner at shortstop, Alex Davis an error over at third, and Brett Baker an error in center. So poor defensive play in that Friday night game gave the Pios their last loss, but winning game 1 today, now have some momentum up ahead by 1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Gardner had that error earlier. You could honestly give him an offensive error when he's trying to score from third. There was no chance there, but bring up David Harris. Definitely agitated about that 3-run double earlier as he played in too far in, but how is he going to make up for that, Tom? At the plate here. Already has a pair of walks looking to start Americans off. The new batter on, Sam Watts, 3.86 ERA, 5th appearance, only 4 2/3, so usually about an inning guy. 5 walks to 7 strikeouts, 2 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. This pitch to Harris way outside for ball number 1.
Watts, 6'1", 235 pounds. Going to be a junior at UMass Dartmouth. Once again, it seems like the Pios are a feeder team for Massachusetts residents. Another one here in Watts.
Low there for ball number 2. Final line for Prosco. 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. So he can't get the win because he didn't go 5, but certainly a good outing for his first time out.
Could still get the win, playing 7 innings today, so 4 innings. Proscio could still be in line for it. Forgot about that rule, where if you go 4 innings in a 7-inning game, could be in line for the win.
Watts struggling to find the zone. 3 pitches all outside so far.
Yeah, Harris, you mentioned it. 2 walks today. Also 2 bags, 2 steals for Harris. Watts, the first reliever. Nobody warming in the Americans' pen. Looks like Mitch Canuel going to head back out there for the top of the 6th, but the Americans looking to score first.
3-0 count. Can't find the zone at all. Certainly not something you want to see if you're a Pioneers fan. Americans get on Harris's 3rd walk of the game, trying to put up some Adam Weiss numbers here. Another walk for Harris, walk number 10. Ties him with Zangardi for 4th on this team.
Yeah, head coach, manager Andrew Drum not happy with Watts. I mean, you bring him in out of the bullpen and expect him to be ready, then he's firing 4 balls in a row. Not something you want to see. As Cannon Van Duzer heads down to the bullpen to get loose for the Pios.
Brings up Dominic Zangardi, already has a hit, scored a run, and a walk as well. On Watts, who's still yet to throw a ball. Still hasn't. 5 balls, all outside, Tom. Just nothing close so far. If you're an Americans fan, you don't even have to swing.
Yeah, so it is Van Duzer out there getting loose already for the Pios after a walk and another ball issued to Zangardi.
Throw back to Harris. He'll get back in safely.
Watts, the 3/4 arm slot guy, drops down a little bit, almost a sidearm look, but just having trouble finding the zone here early in his outing.
Watts still looking for his first strike. Still can't find it. Ball number 6.
So Zangardi ahead 2-0 and a really good hitter's count right here.
2-0, 3-0, 7 straight balls from Watts. They're trying to get Van Duzer as ready as he can. Now 3 straight balls from Watts. Disaster inning from him. Americans looking to make him pay. 3-0 count. Hasn't been close.
Yeah, if you're Zangardi, you're full take right here.
No reason not to. Ball 8. First and second. Nobody out. Watts nowhere on the same page as Spanner here. Now brings up Colin Price.
Number 11, Colin
Price 1 for 2 so far. Had that double. Moves Zangardi over to third. Quick visit here.
Yeah, the Americans doing what they do best, walking here in this bottom half of the 5th. The Americans on the season lead the West Division in walks with 138. They walk 7.3 times per game, already 6 today. We're only in the 5th inning. I know we're only playing 7, but Already 6 walks, 1.3 shy of their game average. They just bat .254, which is the second lowest batting average in the year in the West Division, but a .420 on base, which is 5th in the entire league. So the batting average might not be as high as the on base, which they're showing they really can do at a high clip here in this one. Getting on base at a really high level already today with 6 walks. David Harris has got 2. Dominic Zangardi's got 2. Glasscock 1 as well. Colin Price steps in with first and second. Nobody out. Watts really struggling to find the zone.
Ball 9. Price doesn't have to swing here. Really struggled getting some walks here. 6 strikeouts to 3 walks, but wouldn't mind getting walk number 4 here as Van Duzer looking for his 7th appearance. Trying to warm up quickly as Watts all over it here. Nearly hits Price. Ball number 10.
Yeah, if you're Price, you're taking until you get a strike here. Taking a look around the West Division, the Oilers just defeated the Geneva Red Wings at Bradner Stadium 11-0 in 7 innings. Big win for Olean after they came in here and beat the Americans earlier this week.
This one lined out. This might be a double play. It will. A huge play there from Reed. The 2-0 count, line to Price. A nightmare scenario for the Americans. If that ball goes through, Americans tie this ball game up. But Harris off of second, able to get it back in to Gardner. 2 huge outs as Watts is not on it. A humongous play here for the Pioneers.
Yeah, if you're Sam Watts, that's a Christmas present for sure. Unwrapped and given right to him in the palm of his hands.
That one's lined down the left, right field line, foul. And all of that momentum the Americans had evaporated. Now 0-1 count to Mikulski as he fouls off at pitch. Price, we talked about just waiting till he throws a strike. You got a lot of barrel on it. Just if it gets anywhere else, that's going in to left field. But huge play there. Now it brings up Mikulski with a runner on first. Mikulski going to ground this to third. Opts to go the long way here. Close play. He'll get it. Americans first and second. A double play and a 5-3. Seem to be on the cusp of tying this game up, but we'll head to the top of the second.
How about Trevor Reed making all 3 outs over there at third base? Technically, I mean, firing a double play to second, so Manny Esley gets credit for the put out at second. But Trevor Reed making a nice play to end the inning there on the backhand. A long throw, uses the long hop, and an even better pick at first by Ryan Kristoff. A nice easy pick on the long hop. Mikulski bounces out to end the inning, and Mitch Canuel will return out for his 6th inning of work here on the mound for Niagara Falls.
Just felt like they were going to walk the bases loaded there and just can't really blame Price there. He got a lot on that ball, just right to Reed, who's now to come up.
Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Red Robin for their season-long support. Famous for its gourmet burgers, family-friendly atmosphere, and signature bottomless sides, Red Robin has something for everyone to enjoy. Make your next meal a home run. Swing by Red Robin and catch all your favorites under one roof. All at Red Robin. The Americans would also like to give a huge thank you to Stalka Agency. Since 1957, Stalka Agency has been a proud provider of comprehensive insurance services to the Western New York community. Stalka Agency specializes in having real conversations, straightforward guidance without industry jargon, and proactive planning. Get tailored insurance quotes or policy assistance by calling the local Stalka Agency team at 716-634-7070. So speaking of Trevor Reed, he'll lead things off here for the Pios after an unbelievable defensive play at third base.
Huge play by Reed. Already is a single in this game. Perfect fielding percentage. No bigger put out than that one right there. It'll take strike number 1. Canuel pitch 103. I don't know how many pitches they're thinking he's going to go, but wonder who's going to be on the mound next inning for the Pioneers. This one's chopped here. Glasscock going to play it on a bounce. Throw down to first. Can't get the pick is Weiss. So runner will get on safely. Look to be a routine play there, but that'll rule out a hit.
Now Glasscock kind of played back on the ball, probably one that he probably will regret and want to charge the next time. Looks like it's going to be ruled an E6. Probably a play that Glasscock normally makes, his second error this season.
2 huge errors from Glasscock as they'll throw back to Reed. Really letting the Pioneers off the hook here. So they'll throw back down to first. Reed, no stolen base on the year, is caught once. Canio's got to be careful here. Shows bunt here. This one's popped up. Get the out here against Ferranti. Able to scamper back into first is Reed. No double play like the bottom of the 5th there, but not what Ferranti wanted to move the runner over. Got to square the bunt there just off the top of the bat. Canio able to get an easy out.
Yeah, Canio being smart on the bunt attempt by Ferranti, putting it in the right spot. And not a good bunt by Michael Ferranti. First out of the inning. Trying to move Reed up. Just can't get it done. So Ryan Kristoff steps in. And Canuel 1 pitch away. Nobody warming once again. So they're going to ride Canuel as long as they can. Hasn't really taken his foot off the gas at all here.
Brings up Kristoff. Will take ball 1. Kristoff 1 for 2 at a single. Moved everyone over but was stuck at third after 3 huge outs from Canuel. That was in the top of the 2nd. The 1-0. This one popped out of play. Head over to the concourse. Count moves to 1-2. One to Canuel. Another pickoff. Close one there to Reed. Even though he hasn't stolen any bases, Canuel certainly looking over there at first.
Canuel, a position player, 2-way guy. Usually those are the guys with the best pickoffs.
This one fouled down the right field line. No chance there for Zangardi. That one goes out of play. Count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, quick feed on the mound, able to throw to first. A nice move from Canuel. Kristoff a little late on that one. Struck out looking his last time up. Looking to drive a baseball to the gap. Give Reed a chance to score from first.
The 1-2 offering. This one popped up again. Go out of play.
Keep your eyes open down there, Sydney and Natalie.
Count stays 1-2 after a pair of foul balls. Kristoff looking to make Canuel work here. So we pitch 108.
Yeah, if you're Canuel, you don't want to see those foul balls coming. You want to get these outs as quick as you can. Keep that pitch count down because it is way up there now.
Kristoff right to Gladfelter. Can he get 2? Yes, he can. It goes the Americans' way. Double play, line out, Gladfelter, easy play. Lead off single. Americans momentum snatch back. We'll see who's on the mound here. Looks like it's going to be Watts. Got off the hook in that bottom of the 5th. Americans looking to hit off him here. Take the lead back. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th.
On our social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Just search for Niagara Falls Americans. Our interns create terrific.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Coca-Cola for their support this season. Known for its refreshing bubbles and iconic flavor, Coca-Cola is the world's best-selling carbonated soft drink. Snag a Coke right here at the Sal Maglie Stadium concession stand and make your game day even sweeter. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Greater Together Credit Union. Greater Together Credit Union provides personalized banking, loans, mortgages, and savings accounts for anyone living, working, or attending school in Erie or Niagara counties. For more information, current rates, or to apply for membership, visit greatertogethercu.com. Sammy's Pizzeria has been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from Sal Maglie Stadium at Sammy's Pizzeria.
Number 20, Nick Past.
Bottom of the 6th here. Americans playing from behind, second straight inning for that 4-run barrage in the top of the 5th. Americans first and second, nobody out, but a huge line out and a ground out. Got Watts off the hook, but still struggling to throw strikes. We'll see if he can do it here. Doesn't. Nearly hits past ball number 1. That one hit him. Went inside before. That one even more. Passed. Reaches safely. Another leadoff runner on for the Americans.
Digging in for the Americans.
And that's a big one, too. Here in the bottom of the 6th, we're just playing 7.
5th hit by pitch here from Pass. Not sure if there's going to be any inclination of him trying to run. Stolen base. Certainly not the fastest guy. I was curious if we'll see a pinch hitter. We will not. Still bring up Glasscock.
You can see Glasscock try to lay one down here. Move past into scoring position.
This one charged shortly. This might be a double play ball. Out at second. Throw down the first. It's out line again. Another error. Glasscock going to scamper down to second. There'll be no throw. Americans get off the hook again. Another error. Is that Michael Gardner again? No, it's not. It's
going to be an E4. Bounced, I mean, just an absolutely tailor-made double play. 6-4-3 waiting to happen. Gardner had trouble flipping it to second to Esley. Kind of got it out a little bit of a shovel pass. Esley caught and threw it way wide to Kristoff at first. Just an error fest today. Up the middle especially.
have the runner in scoring position as you bring up Weiss. Certainly one of the guys you'd have up if you're an Americans fan. Weiss, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Weiss so far in this game, 1 for 2. Has a run looking to score one here as well. Glasscock at second. Much better game in game 2 of the doubleheader, certainly if you're an Americans fan. 0-1 here to Weiss. 15 pitches, only 4 strikes. Weiss looking to tie this ball game. Weiss going to pop this one up. He drops it. Oh my goodness. A humongous mistake from Kristoff and a huge out for Sam Watts is no longer as Weiss fights to live another day.
See if Weiss can take advantage of a gift right there from Ryan Kristoff. Like we mentioned earlier, Kristoff, a Niagara University Purple Eagle, maybe some soft play right there, trying to keep the Americans alive, who are from Niagara Falls.
The 0-2. He doesn't go. A great pitch from Watts, not given by the home plate umpire. 2 huge plays go Weiss's way. Works the count to a 1-2.
That looked pretty good from up here in the press box, just off the corner inside. Weiss on the plate as a hitter from the right side, so close there on the inside corner.
Watts steps off, eyes Glasscock at second.
Base hit scores him. Good wheels at second.
Weiss fouls that one off again.
Vincent Favada looming on deck, came in as a pinch hitter in the 4th and hit a base hit up the middle, so he'll hit. Stay in the lineup for snooze. Then it'll go back to the top in Gladfelter.
The 1-2 offering from Weiss. Weiss Lined out. Will it be another double play ball? No, it will not. Another super close one. It's another liner, not hit as hard this time. Goes to Reed.
Pinch hitting for the Americans.
Weiss
23, Vincent
annoyed with
Favada.
himself, just unable to get it over the head of Reed. Glasscock able to just get back into second, and it's up to Favada again. Pinch hit and came in, scored a run, looking to do it again here.
So Favada played for the Pioneers last year. A little magic here after a base hit earlier in his first at-bat, looking for another one of those.
Nearly hits him, has to duck down.
The last time these two teams played, all the way back on July 25th of last year, Vincent Favada came in as a pinch runner for the Pioneers in the bottom of the ninth of that game, in which they lost 11-10.
Favada cuts on and misses here. Americans have certainly had runners on. Try and get this back to a 6-6 game. Just haven't been able to have them cross the plate.
I mean, Trevor Reed had an outstanding day at third base. A couple different liners, a couple of nice plays across the diamond. Just playing really well over there.
Favada, this one gonna get down. It will not. Just holds up for Esley, and what would have been the tying hit, not hit far enough.
For the Americans,
This infield for Elmira bends but doesn't break. They're holding on to this 6-5 lead as we're heading up to the top of the seventh.
I mean, what a play by Manny Esley. Over the shoulder grab, tracks it down, and robs Vinny Favada of what would have been a game-tying RBI single to right center. You asked me if that was going to fall off the bat. I thought it for sure was going to. But a heck of a play by Manny Esley to stop a run from scoring. So the Americans will have to do it next inning if they want to win this one. They've got 3 outs to work with. We're heading to the top of the seventh now.
And don't forget the Americans are back here at the barbershop on Saturday, July 4th when the Batavia Hot Dogs come into town, and we'll have post-game fireworks sponsored by the City of Niagara Falls. The City of Niagara Falls has been very, very generous to Niagara Falls Americans this season with a new scoreboard, new sound system, and a new message board.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to extend a huge thank you to TLC Pet Food for supporting the team this season. TLC Pet Food specializes in nutrient-dense recipes made with fresh human-grade meats, whole grains, and added probiotics. Founded in 1994, TLC Pet Food is known for its whole life dog and cat food formulas. Head to TLC Pet Food for all of your dog and cat food needs.
Beat Manny Esley. Reason why this game isn't tied or more. Made that great play. Another great play by these infielders for Pioneers. Stepping up against Canuel. Swings on his first pitch. This one lined into center. Couple steps back for Bauer. He'll get out number 1. Pitch count up to 109 for Canuel. Certainly going to want those one pitch, one outs here. So it looks like we're going to see Watts back in the bullpen. Had 2 very shaky innings, but hasn't given up a run. Looks like they're going to try and go back to him. But first off, Americans got to keep this game a 1-run game. After Esley's fly out, so it'll bring up Caleb Delaney.
Yeah, back to the top of the order in Delaney. Canuel, 1 pitch, 1 out are big, especially here in the top of the 7th as he gets strike number 1.
Delaney and Davis. Another swing and a miss here. Canuel dealing. Who cares? His pitch counts at triple digits. He's playing like it's pitch number 1. Looking for out number 6. Strikeout number 6, I mean, and he gets it right there. 2 huge outs from Canuel.
How about Canuel pitching his butt off today, going the distance, trying to 1 out away from doing it. 7 innings, over triple digits now. I mean, you look at back-to-back days where the starting pitcher's gone into the hundreds.
Another swing and a miss here from Canuel. He's up to, I've had it wrong before. That was pitch 116. We have the 143s on the shoulders of our jersey. Wonder if he'll get that high. This one going to be a tough play for Zangardi. He's going to dive. He won't make the play. It'll roll all the way past him. Davis, he's going to go for 3. Stand up double. Stand up triple, excuse me. A triple for Davis. Thought like they were going to get out of it. Davis says, not today. Davis 90 feet away from a huge insurance run on a play that we thought Zangardi was going to make.
Now batting the catcher, number 23.
It's a tough play for Zangardi, laying out. Got to give him some props, putting his body on the line, going all the way out for it. Also, nobody on base, so no harm, no foul here. Yes, runner on third, but 2 outs.
Now this ball gets away. Can he throw it in time? Flip home! He's safe! A wild pitch might have just shut the door. It just gets away from past the underhand flip to Canuel a millisecond late. Davis, after the stand-up triple, able to get in safely. That 1-run lead up to 2. And pitch number 117 for Canuel was a big one. Now this one, line down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No. Thought Pass was going to be able to make the play and flip it over in time. It's a play he's made before. Davis, a head first slide, able to get the big run. Now it moves to a 1-1 count. Ball upstairs for pitch 120. Spanner on a 2-1 count now. Looks to go downstairs again. Looked to be a pretty good pitch. Just missed the zone. Couple good pitches from Canuel. Not rewarded. Now Spanner looking for a 2-out walk in the top of the 7th. Fouled off here. Won't get it just yet. Works the count full.
Yeah, right on that one. Spanner fouled it straight back behind home, making Canuel work even more than he already has in his 7th inning of work today. Over 120 now. Looking to retire Spanner to get out of the 7th.
125 lined up the middle. The inning will continue. Spanner, a full count single. Elmira thought they were going to be out on that play at home. Gets in safely. Works it to a full count. And the catcher gets hit number 12.
Lined right back to where it came from. Spanner laced it right up the middle.
Brings up Dobek. Pitch number 126 called on the outside corner. Dobek 2 for 3 today, 3 RBIs. Big reason why the score is what it is. Canuel just trying to get this out, that lead. Did he go? Guess not. Didn't really signal there.
Looks like he went, so it'll be an 0-2 now.
0-2 to Dubek. 128. Doesn't go there. Bit too outside from Canuel.
Canuel really working towards that 130 number now. Nobody warming. This is all him.
Fouled off again. Know what they need to do against Canuel. Make him work for every single pitch. This will be 130. 125 was up the middle for a single. Let's see what this one will be. Good stop from past. Count moves to 3-2.
Really nice stop from Past right there. Counts 2-2, 2 outs. But Past able to keep Spanner from moving into scoring position with a dangerous Dubik at the plate.
Pickoff down to first, not in time for Spanner. No stolen base on the year, but whenever he's on base, he always tries to check back to him at first. The 2-2 offering. Chop to Glasscock. Does he go to second? Yes, he does. Low throw. Grabbed by Gladfelter. But a huge insurance run on the wild pitch where Davis scores. It's a 7-5 ball game.
with 1 runner left.
The Americans have been just a step behind
It's 7-5.
the Pioneers after that 4-run fifth.
It's time for a great tradition here at
See
the
who
ballpark.
will
It's
come
time for the
on the
second
mound
stretch.
here
So I
to
invite
finish
all of you
them
to suck it out
off.
for the second game of our doubleheader. To stand up, stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs.
Time for
Enjoy
Take Me Out to the
the
Ball
dots.
game here at Sal Maglie
Take me out to the ball
Stadium
game. Here we go.
in the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Thanks, Nat. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Sammy's Pizza. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Stalka Agency. Serving Western New York since 1957, Stalka Agency makes insurance simple through proactive planning and straightforward conversations. Call the local Stalka insurance team at 716-634-7070 to get a tailored insurance quote that's as precise as a pitcher painting the outside corner. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards for their support all season long. On the south end of gorgeous Keuka Lake, you can taste over 40 wines and enjoy food at a family-friendly winery open 7 days a week. Visit bullyhillvineyards.com to learn more about what they have to offer. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Coca-Cola for their support this season. Known for its refreshing bubbles and iconic flavor, Coca-Cola is the world's best-selling carbonated soft drink. Snag a Coke right here at the Sal Maglie Stadium concession stand and make your game day even sweeter.
Bottom of the 7th underway here. Got a different rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. They didn't trust Watts. 24 pitches, 10 strikes. Somehow didn't blow the game after great plays from Esley and Reed. They opt for Van Duzer. Van Duzer on the year. This is his 7th appearance. Leads the team. 7.88 ERA. Started a game 1-2 record. Americans trying to make it 1-3. No save opportunities. 6 2/3 appearances. 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned. 4 walks to 8 strikeouts. Given up a pair of doubles and a wild pitch. So this is the stuff you dream of here. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Gladfelter trying to start it off here against the new reliever.
Van Duzer, what they call a journeyman, played this past year at SUNY Brockport, transferred to Brockport from Tompkins Cortland Community College, where he was a hitter and a pitcher. His career at Tompkins Cortland, 57 games, 152 at-bats. He had 10 doubles, 2 triples, 3 bombs, and hit .362. And he played for the Geneva Red Wings last summer, had 9 appearances on the mound, 21 strikeouts, and 25 2/3 innings.
Van Duzer all ball, no bat here. He's on the mound against Gladfelter.
Going to be a redshirt senior in the fall.
Gladfelter takes ball 1.
Facing off against an incoming sophomore in Gladfelter. So big differences in ages here.
That one caught the zone, dropped, but no doubt about that one.
Derek Jesmati on deck to pinch hit for Jackson Bauer. You wonder if we could see Matt Ganschow in this inning as well off the bench.
Certainly wouldn't hate that. 1-1 here to Gladfelter. Goes low again. Big spot here for Van Duzer.
Van Duzer, 6'4", 290 pounds, plays first base when he's not on the mound.
The 2-1 doesn't catch the zone. 3-1 count here to Gladfelter. Three-one from Van Duzer. Van Duzer, hitters count here. That one does clip the zone. Gladfelter flipped the bat. That might rile him up. Van Duzer not happy about it, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, Gladfelter dropped the bat. Thought it was ball 4, getting fired up at Gladfelter a little bit. Gladfelter will step back into the box, a full count.
We've seen that in this game, thinking that 3-1 pitch is a ball. It's not. Big pitch here for Van Duzer. The full counter. That one nearly hit him. Yes, it did. Gladfelter reaches safely. And the pinch hitter, Jesmondi, one of the best hitters in this league, it's up to need a tying run.
Yeah, Jesmondi will pinch hit for Jackson Bauer now.
Pinch hit for the Americans all the way from Narragansett.
And the bench getting a little bit rowdy here in a late game back and forth affair with Van Duzer and the Americans bench.
Takes ball 1.
Jesmondi digs in, looking to drive something to the gap.
Yeah, I got you.
That ball's high. Throw up high. Gladfelter gets in safely.
So Gladfelter swipes the bag, his third of the ball game, and now in scoring position. A risky play for the Americans. I mean, really not much of a difference whether he's at first or second here. That run doesn't matter. It's the run at the plate that matters.
Catches the zone there for strike number 1. Last time Van Duzer came in, replaced Birch, who had been ejected in that game against Geneva on the 24th. 4 innings pitched, 13 hits, 7 earned runs, only 1 strikeout. The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. 1 pitch away from walking the tying runner. The 3-1 here to Jesmondi. Clips the zone there for strike number 2. Big pitch there. Now Jesmondi. 12 walks to only 4 strikeouts. He's not going to make it easy. The full counter. Chopped down the line. It's in play. Gladfelter, he's trying to score. He'll get in safely. That pitch on the chopper just stayed fair. Looked like it was going to go foul, but heads up from Gladfelter. Scores from second on a 5-3. 1 out. Americans down 1. And they'll bring up David Harris.
Yeah, Gladfelter took off on the pitch, able to score from second on a ground out to third. Just shows you how fast Gladfelter really is, able to slide in head first ahead of the tag. I mean, got a really good jump on the pitch and able to score on the chopper to third. A nice play by Trevor Reed for the first out of the inning. The Americans now trail by 1.
Harris, then Zangardi, and Price. They're able to reach. Harris takes ball 1. 14 pitches, only 6 strikes. Big first out on a chopper. Wonder if Jesmondi would want back. The 1-0 to Harris. Misses again. 2-0. Harris reached via the walk 3 times today. Wouldn't mind 4 to be the tying runner. Van Duzer's been warming for a while after the issues with Watts. Harris, one of the best hitters on this team and a great batter's eye. Tough play here. It's bobbled. He's not going to make the play. Kristoff bobbles it. That's a hit. 8 up Kristoff. Looked like it was going to be a flip to Van Duzer. The tying runner is on. Zangardi can tie the game or win it with 1 crack of the bat. Harris, you got to wonder if he's going to try and steal. You got to be super careful here. The Americans have been caught out once stealing earlier in this game. This one hit down the line into right center. It's going. It's going. It'll bounce to the wall. 1 run is in. They're sending him home. He'll throw to third. Zangardi, the future Purple Eagle, has tied it on a blast into right center. He'll get a high five from Coach Cordero as that one went over the head of Delaney. Harris will score from first. Zangardi 180 feet away from walking off this game. It's up to Colin Price.
So Price going to get intentionally walked here. Set up a force out at third, at any bag actually. How about Dom Zangardi driving the ball into deep center, absolutely killing that wall over the head of Caleb Delaney. And now Brandon Drum will jog out and have a conversation with Van Duzer, who clearly has been feeling the pressure of the Americans' offense as well as the dugout, who clearly have gotten into the head of Cannon Van Duzer. Colin Price reached first on the intentional walk. How about Dom Zangardi, though? Going to be a freshman in the fall, poised like he's a senior, and just absolutely mashes the ball to center to tie the game at 7.
Do you get the intentional walk? So if there is a force out at third, it would get Price back into scoring position at second. But Mikulski trying to end it. Has one of the RBIs for the Americans on a single, also struck out swinging. Mikulski, who'd been on a slump, ended it today with an RBI, looking to end it even more with a walk-off. Van Duzer just gave up a long double at one hop to the wall.
Still only one out in the inning as well.
Thankfully, it didn't bounce over. Otherwise, it would have moved them to second and third. Misses there for ball number 1. Van Duzer trying not to go 2 straight outings with a loss. Blew it against Geneva. Will he blow it here again? The 1-0 from Mikulski. Zangardi at second, Price at first. Pops it up. Kristoff made the error before. He won't make it now. 2 pitches, 1 out, popped to Kristoff. And Mikulski comes up empty.
So it's up to Nick Past.
Now batting the catcher, number 20, Nick Past.
Game is tied, still 7-7, 2 outs now, and Past looking to drive something to the outfield to score Zangardi. Just needs a base hit here. That's all he needs.
A single will do it. 0 for 2 with the strikeout. He's swinging, first pitch foul. Americans not taking pitches anymore. They like it, they're swinging. 0-1 here to Past. A couple of bombs, just needs a single. No extra base hits needed. Big swing and a miss there from Past. Huge strike from Van Duzer. Blew the save, trying to leave it at that and send it to an 8th. Van Duzer, 22 pitches, and 0-2. Past, throws it away. Big stop there from Spanner, preventing them from moving to second and third. 1 and 2, couldn't find the payoff pitch just yet.
Yeah, really nice play there by Nick Spanner. That one easily could have gotten by him. Moved the runners up an extra 90 feet. Past still behind in the count 1-2, though. We'll move into 2-strike hitting zone.
Zangardi. The 1-2 doesn't go. Able to hold off. Would be Glasscock if he reaches via the walk.
Zangardi, a good lead-off second, getting ready to score on a base hit.
The 2-2. Struck him out. It won't end in 7. First and second. 1 out, a pop out, and a strikeout. Past, not the hero. We're headed to extra innings as we go to the top of the 8th.
A special thank you to Tropical Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Americans this season. Locally owned and operated, Tropical Heating and Cooling provides expert installation, repair, and maintenance for home heating, cooling, and air quality systems. Call 716-870-0753 or head to tropicalheating.net to submit a service request and knock your heating and cooling needs out of the park. The Niagara Falls Americans thank Casella Waste Systems for their continued support. Casella offers sustainable waste management and garbage pickup right here in Niagara Falls. As an environmental service provider, Casella manages and transforms society's waste into new resources. Call 716-637-4843 to get a price quote on garbage pickup.
Passed, and Mikulski couldn't get it done. Van Duzen was warming for 2 innings, gives up the game-tying double. He's super unfortunate. Thought it might bounce over and move Harris to third. He's able to score from first, but 180 feet away, stays closed. 130 pitches here for Mitchell Canuel.
So Tyler Adamo will come on and pinch run for Brandon Dubeck, who made the last out of the 7th inning. In the PGCBL, if a game is tied after the scheduled 7 innings are completed, the teams will play 1 extra inning, beginning with a runner on second base. The runner on second base will be the player in the batting order, or in this case, a substitute for such player immediately preceding that half-inning leadoff hitter. So Brandon Dubeck would be the pinch runner, but they're going to opt for Tyler Adamo, who's going to come on and pinch run off the bench. And Tyson Gingrich will lead things off.
Take ball 1.
Pitch running at second is number 15, Tyler Adamo. So we only play 1?
The 1-0 from Canuel. This one chopped. Gladfelter, can he get the out? He can. Moves the runner over.
Really nice play by Gladfelter right there. Thrown on the run, off balance across his body. Opts to not spin. And a really nice play. Mitch Canuel's arm's got to be hanging right now as Michael Gardner struts to the plate.
Gardner, the reason why this game is tied, also the reason why this game is tied. Has made a couple errors, but also had a triple to score one. Pitched inside there.
Americans bring the infield in. Any ball in the infield, they're going home with it, or at least checking Adamo back at third.
Finds the strike zone for ball number 1. This one down the right field line. Zangardi, a long run, but it'll get away.
If you're Zangardi, you're not going to catch that ball anyway. That would be a free tag up for Adamo at third. But now 2 big strikes here against Gardner, who played his freshman year. Didn't play at all, but attended University of Kentucky his freshman year.
The 1-2 offering. Nearly hit him. Moves it to a 2-2. Struck him out. A big one. Gardner gone.
So Mitchell Canuel digging deep and is able to get a strikeout against a Division I player in Michael Gardner. Send him back to the dugout. Now 2 outs. He'll try to get Trevor Reed as the infield moves back.
That one nearly hit him as well.
Reed been really good over at third base today for the Pios. Now in the box.
That one misses as well.
Just off the inside corner.
The 2-0 clips the zone.
Good spot from Canuel. Able to find a strike right there.
This one lined into center. Will it hold up? Who's calling it? Harris will. Tie game. bottom of the 8th. Canuel, a pitching performance he'll tell generations. He's looking for the win.
We're through 7 1/2, and we're tied up at 7 apiece.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards for their support all season long. On the south end of gorgeous Keuka Lake, you can taste over 40 wines and enjoy food at a family-friendly winery open 7 days a week. Visit bullyhillvineyards.com to learn more about what they have to offer. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs. The Niagara Falls Americans thank Casella Waste Systems for their continued support. Casella offers sustainable waste management and garbage pickup right here in Niagara Falls. As an environmental service provider, Casella manages and transforms society's waste into new resources. Call 716-637-4843 to get a price quote on garbage pickup. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank TLC Pet Food for their continued support. Specializing in nutrient-dense recipes, TLC Pet Food offers dog and cat food with fresh ingredients and added probiotics. Find the whole life dog and cat formulas for your furry friend at tlcpetfood.com.
Falls, number 22, Anthony Savino. Now batting for the Americans, number 14, Alex Glasgow.
Savino at second. Glasscock up to bat. A tie could end it, but who wants those? We're showing bunt. It's a good one. Throw is over his head. Savino coming home. It's a walk-off winner from the hometown hero. Van Duzer blows it. They just showed bunt to Glasscock. It's an easy play. He has the yips. He throws it over the first baseman's head. Kristoff scampering, trying to get it. There was no shot. Savino, he's been here every day of his life. The Niagara Falls kid does it. Americans win 8-7 in their best game of the year.
Was that an error?
What killed the Pioneers? An error. It's the reason they were in this game before. Numerous errors from Gardner kept it a 7-7 game. He chose the bunt. Glasscock did his job. It's a good one. Van Duzer knows the only chance is the play at first, and he can't make the play. Savino sees the ball, jubilation in his eyes as he'll run home the happiest 90 feet of his life. Americans salvage 1 of 2 against the Pioneers. What a motivator, Tom, after losing 13-0. You're down in the bottom of the 7th. You score 2 to tie it after you think it's done. You give up the wild pitch to Davis at home. They don't bring in Watts. They bring in Van Duzer. It's Zangardi who's playing in NU. And then who scores? Another NU guy. Niagara Falls does it on the field and off the field for an unbelievable winner.
How many pitches did he throw?
That's why baseball is the best sport alive. You look at a 13-0 ball game in Game 1. The Americans can snap their fingers and go win Game 2 on an 8-7 walk-off E1 by Cannon Van Duzer. Alex Glasscock gets the bunt down, does his job, and is able to score Savino from second on the play. Savino comes as a pinch runner for Nick Past. Some wheels off the bench. Savino played in game 1, was loose, then got cold on the bench after sitting and watching a game for 7.5 innings, and then scores on the bunt to win the game for the Americans. So they end a 4-game losing streak here at home at Sal Maglie Stadium. Mitch Canuel, an amazing game on the mound. We'll get credit for the win. Just an unbelievable performance out of Mitchie the Kid from Westport, Mass. And Life, Liberty, the pursuit of a victory. The Americans get it done against the Pios in a Can USA battle.
This is a team you don't play a lot, but honestly, after that second game, first game, we don't want to talk about that. Second game, you wish you played them every single day. Any given player, any given moment. Glasscock wasn't on this team a week ago. Imagine telling him as he gets off the bus in Buffalo, 30 minutes away from Niagara Falls, you are going to score the winning run a week from now. He'd say, I don't believe it. That's a fairy tale. You don't know what can happen in baseball, and we saw it right now, Tom.
Absolutely. So 8-7, your final score. But talk about Mitch Canuel, just an unbelievable job.
Just an unbelievable win here from the Americans. They'd lost 3 in a row. Now it had been to 4 after that absolutely killer game 1. But what do? They don't let it bother them. They see this pitcher has blown games before. They come in. You make good moves. You bring in Jesmondi. He's able to move it over. Sangardi comes in. He's able to hit a long, probably 380-foot double, tie this game. And then Savino coming in, hasn't came in this whole game. But what does he do? The Patriots say it best. He did his job. And he got into second, moved over on the bunt, didn't try and steal, didn't do anything stupid. And then when the ball got away, he was at home, and there was a swarm of Americans all around him. Certainly the highlight of the day in the PGCBL, and a day in Cannon Van Duser's life he's going to want to forget for the rest of his life.
So the totals, the Americans 8-6-1, 10 men left on base. The Pios 7 runs on 12 hits, 3 errors, and 6 men left on base. But the Americans pull it off here on Military Appreciation Night at Sal Maglie Stadium, winning this one 8-7.
Americans back in action, going to play a pair of games at Geneva, who's struggled this year. Americans trying to turn it from a 3-game losing streak into a 3-game winning streak against Geneva's really struggled team. The Americans can feel confident about, and who wouldn't be confident after this win against a tough Pioneers team that was in the playoffs, Tom. This is no fluky team. This is no team that's in the hunt. They are in the playoffs. You'll know how much longer after this big one.
Yeah, so the Americans will go on the road for 3 straight next week, Tuesday, Thursday at Geneva, Friday at Auburn, and be back here for the 4th, a big one against another Can USA foe, the Batavia Muck Dogs, here at Sal Maglie Stadium on the 4th next week, Saturday. But we'll be live here on the American Sports Network on Tuesday night, a 6:30 start. We'll be live here at 6:20 after the off day tomorrow from McDonough Park in Geneva, New York. It's the Americans and it's the Red Wings. Once again, I'm Tom Rook alongside Ethan Duncan. An amazing game, though, from the Americans.
We thank everyone who watched not just this second game, the first game. That's what you got to do. If you have to fight through a 13-0 loss, you deserve to come back and watch this beauty of a game. Americans 8, Elmira 7. Have a great rest of your night on this beauty.